My name is Chris. I was a potato farmer for all my career up until about 3 years ago. Had this passion for food and went on a kind of a food safari or journey for about 10 years, going to different places, learning about cooking, learning about a bit of the business of food, and came across sourdough bread. So I decided to look into that a bit more, and I ended up going to the UK to a place called the Sourdough School, learning about the digestibility, gut health. I decided then to cut out of potatoes about 3 years ago and set up a food experience from home. And we converted a nice area whereby people come in and spend a day or a half a day. And I teach them a little bit about crops, the knowledge I've gained in the last 10 years about food and well-being, gut health. It's an experiential type day. So the important part about our bread, what is bread with benefits? So it's all about the ingredients we put in our bread. They're sustainably farmed grains, either the brand wildflower that we use, or we use Irish locally grown when we can get it. So there's no agrochemical, there's no glyphosate, there's no Roundup in our product. Also, the fermentation is the really important part of quality bread, because we have a lot of 50% whole grain in our loaf. That's where your nutrition comes from. All the good parts in the grain are on the outside. So you've got 3 parts of grain. You've got the skin, you got all the white flour bit, and then you got this little thing in the bottom of the grain is called a wheat germ. That's actually what grows into the new plant. So the outside bit of the wheat germ has all the goodies, all the B bits, all the fibre, all the magnesiums, all that. When you eat white flour, you don't get any of that. So you need whole grain, you need wholemeal. But to get access to that, you need to ferment it, because it's naturally protected. So if you and I just took a grain and ate it, it would pass through our system. So nutritionally no good to us. But when you ferment it, we'll get access to that because it'll break it down. The other aspect to our loaf is we use a natural organic sea salt that's from Port Oriel. So it's filtered directly from the sea. It's not dried out. So it takes all the microplastics out of the, because it goes through this patented filtration system. It's very high in magnesium and zinc, so it's nutritionally good. There's no bad stuff to extend shelf life in it. So we're using really pure ingredients. That helps us from 2 aspects. One, from the environmental point of view. Food choices make a huge difference when it comes to environment, and also from our own health point of view.